Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. What's up, nerds?
How you doing this week, bud?
I'm going to try and imitate your voice this week to get as deep as you. I don't know why I just went Southern on that.
I don't know why you went Southern either.
I think I can only go deep with Southern.
The only time I go Southern is if I've been hanging around with someone from Georgia for a week.
All right.
Then
So
I'm talking like this, you know. That just comes out naturally. Never know.
Well, you do play Fortnite with a Southerner there, so maybe that's where you're picking it up.
Oh, yeah. Could be.
All right, sir. Good week. We got a lot to cover.
Oh,
so we're
do
going to
we
get
ever.
into the big Dexter finale called Sins of the Father, episode 3 of Boba Fett, Streets of Mos Espa, the Peacemaker, first 3 episodes, and the Eternals, which just came out on Disney+. So, all right, so before we get into Dexter, I just want to say that, I don't know if you know, but this season of Dexter was Showtime's highest rated series of all time. Like, for viewership, like nothing came close. So people were, after 9-10 years absence, were really watching. Yep, I don't know. So were you pulling? Were you actually? I was pulling for him. Were you? I know it had to happen, but I was actually hoping he'd pull it off. Were you?
Yeah, I kind of. Actually, I kind of like. The ending kind of fell short for me. I mean,
there's a lot of people they're very upset about the finale because now they're mad. They got mad when he didn't die, the first finale, and now they're mad that he did. So you can't please everyone, but I expected that to happen, but I was still pulling for him to pull it off.
Well, were you expecting Harrison to be the one that had the crisis of faith and be like?
Yep.
No, this is wrong. We can't do this.
Well, yeah, no, I did. When he called the meeting spot, of all the places he could have chose, the meeting spot where the white deer, I said, that's it, and this is how he's going to go. And yeah, so, and even the whole part about the safety, was foreshadowing for me.
Like,
so
I was kind of hoping for a whole Dexter Batista reunion. Like, how intense would that have been?
Yeah, exactly.
Angel just like rifling off on him.
Well, some of the I didn't like the whole way he got caught, because there's a lot of people naturally upset, and they're right. Like, you're kidding me? After 8 years of evading various law enforcement agencies, he got busted by a small town sheriff using Google and a podcast. I mean, come on, and then she couldn't solve a missing persons case for 25 years, yet she solves the Bay Harbor Butcher with Google and a come on, I mean.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I had more of a problem with that, the sloppy writing, than I did, the actual.
Because right up until this point, they were doing good. They kind of kept you wondering which direction they were going to go and everything and so on.
Yes, and any evidence she thought she had was circumstantial. They're bringing up the damn pins again. I mean,
it was very
no proof. I mean,
like trying to grab smoke, Yeah,
and even Dexter's kid doing him in the end. He's willing to kill his father over Logan, the coach he barely knew. Like, really? Like,
well, I mean, I think like with regards to that, I mean, Dexter was very, very much trying to, promote the code. This is how you live with your dark passenger. You only go after bad guys. Not necessarily kind of giving him the 411 of, and you kill anyone that gets in your way. You know what I mean? So I think Harrison kind of, okay, I understand now why I wanted to do bad, and now I have a code to live by, but now Dexter just broke the code and killed an innocent, and okay, now I got to kill you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that part, but then, like the flip side is you just killed your father, who you're trying to reconnect with, over a guy you barely knew,
Yeah, exactly. Like it just kind of, it got lazy in that last episode, which I'm guessing from the original finale, it got lazy there too, right?
Yeah.
So it just kind of like, nyeh.
Well, yeah, he should have been the one to die, not Deborah. I was still a little upset over that one.
Yeah. So, I mean, we see Harrison driving away, and he's Feeling
You know
good.
what?
He's
You know what?
smiling.
I was actually
he knows he's free.
I was looking at those credits as, you know, because they were showing it from the driver's side. So I was actually looking to see if he was driving west, if he was going to go to L.A. like Dexter had suggested. You know, I was trying to see a clue. But long story short, since the series did so well, the showrunner said, well, Showtime has not approached me, but he says I would drop whatever I'm doing in a heartbeat if they ever wanted to do a series with Harrison. He goes, in a New York second. But again, I like to think, since it's the most popular show of all time, it could happen easily, you know.
Yeah, it could. I mean, you know, you're. Is it the birth of a new serial killer? Is it I don't know. I'm not sure I would want to watch it if it continued. Well, like I'm not that enthralled with Harrison.
What if it was a long enough? What if it was like 5 years from now? Would you? Like
yeah, I mean, well, they'd have to change the actor. I don't know if he could still pull it off, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's like a 2.0, but like beta version. You know. I don't know. Like I said, I liked the way Dexter evolved and the way it playing and just the way Michael C. Harrison played it, right? Or Michael C. Hall. Excuse me, yeah. Michael C. Harrison. I'm mixing the two. I'm already blending them. No, I don't know. I like I said, I think the ending just kind of like, and now he goes off and is a serial killer, and it's just like because. He's shown a hell of a lot more humanity than Dexter has, right? Even though he's gotten angry and he's acted out upon whatnot, he got a really, really big cold splash of water on that last bit. Like, okay, you killed an innocent. That's not what I signed up for, you know. And maybe you know he'll go off and the urging will build up in him again, and then he's got to do something about it. But it's like. Yeah, okay. I think I'm done with this.
Yeah. Well, it was the right amount of episodes, I thought. So.
Oh yeah. Well, they told the one last story, and that's what it did. I mean, I thought it was a lot more compelling with the murder podcaster and Caldwell and all that kind of mixing in and trying to. Yes, I'm free. No, I'm not. Oh shit, I'm fucked. Gotta get rid of this guy. You know, that kind of menagerie of. Just like a storm of stuff happening within a few weeks. But, you know, it's done, and I don't think it needs to be revisited again.
Yeah. But, you know, money talks, right? In Hollywood.
Oh, absolutely. So we'll I mean, you know what? They'll make something. The first 5 episodes will determine whether it gets another season. Or if it's canceled within 3 weeks of being released, like Cowboy Bebop was.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which I still hope comes back, because I actually found that show more compelling.
Well, speaking of compelling shows, wow, we got our money's worth in this episode of the Book of Boba Fett. I mean, oh my God. So we were just saying last week, I hope the big black Wookiee, Black Kirsten, shows up again. And boy, did he ever. We finally got to see a Wookiee chomp down on someone with those fearsome teeth. I mean, not once, but twice. I mean, takes Boba Fett out of his back to tank. He's even got like taser brass knuckles. I mean, come on, like you're a 7-foot Wookiee. Do you really need brass knuckles? Look at you.
That's just really a badass Wookiee.
Yes, I mean, on top of that, you got the Planet Hulk armor on you. You know, you could have just picked him up by the throat and shoved him into your epaulets there. But
yeah.
But the fact that he had futuristic brass knuckles, I don't know. God, I hope we see him again. But
well, the way that
I want.
No, go ahead.
Well, I wanted to ask you, the only thing I didn't like about this episode, because you're not a big Star Wars guy, so did you actually like those pastel, brightly colored motorbikes?
The Star Wars Vespas?
Ooh, I did not like that at all. That took me right out of it. Tatooine, as you know, has always been a drab, dry, colorless place. So
yeah, I mean, I can understand they're trying to invoke a youth kind of thing.
Since you're not a Star Wars
it's not Star Wars.
Okay,
no.
so you didn't like it either.
No, it just didn't fit, right?
Oh,
I mean,
no,
this
not at
these
all.
these things should have looked like they were cobbled together in a back alley, not looking shiny, pristine, the rich kids on vacation kind of thing, right? Because that's kind of what they were feeling, right? These are the kid gang of Mos Espa,
Yeah.
and
And I guess your Tusken Raider gang theory was shot to hell. In
no,
this
that
episode.
just
he's,
went done.
So he's engaged the unemployed teenagers. Yeah. Okay, so I'm glad you didn't like it. But I did like I'm on board a little with the enhanced modification. It was very Alita Battle Angel, I thought, where they're looking to
Improve themselves,
or the movie upgrade, whatever.
Make them tougher. I get it.
Because that actress, I mean, you talk about Bebop, so give me a second to talk about that main actress, Sophie Baxter's in Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets is another Showtime show. Lord of the Flies meets Alive, but with a girls' soccer team from high school. So anyone, if you're on the fence about watching Yellow Jackets, look it up. That's one of the main actresses. So I thought she's fantastic. But as you say, the Star Wars Vespas, no, yikes. I don't know how they got away with that one, but
yeah, like that should have looked a bit like Anakin's speeder, just kind of cobbled together,
or the Darth Maul motorbike that he had, that circular thing, something, a pod racer.
Well,
even
you look at the gang that Boba beat up and took their speeders.
Yes, those were like from,
it should,
the Return of the Jedi.
If you want to make it a little bit more interesting, okay, you can Fast and the Furious it a little bit, but come on, the bright reds and the greens and the pinks and the blues. No, come on, it's like Power Ranger cycles right there.
Yeah, and putting Danny Trejo in as the Rancor Keeper. He slightly made me forget the bikes, but still.
That was so great.
Well,
when he walks up and I'm like, he's the Rancor trainer.
Well, as you know, Robert Rodriguez directed it, and him and Danny Trejo go way back.
It's
inevitable he showed up, but he showed up in the perfect casting.
I could just see that conversation. Hey, Danny, Robbie, you want Star Wars? You want to be in? Okay.
Yeah, Rancor Keeper, sure, okay.
You want to handle the big creatures? I think that would be cool.
During that scene, he did one or two things that made you. Did you get a sense of foreboding? Like when he said, "Don't worry, he'll be back." So did you think, "Don't worry, he'll be back. You can eat him later," or did you think, "No, it's just I'm giving you a Rancor here. He's yours." Did you think there was anything could happen?
Well,
there?
I think it was because, he's bonding with the Rancor, right? But then he has to leave, and the Rancor.
Do you think the
Rancor's a little sad he's leaving?
No, but do you think it could be part of a setup, or you're like, no, this is totally on board? Danny Trejo's salt of the earth.
I would like to see him on board, just to give Boba a little bit more support. Because I mean, if you got Fennec Shen and you got Danny Trejo, you got Machete on the other side. I think you're doing pretty good,
Yeah.
But I mean, I want to see Boba Fett ride up to the mayor's office on a Rancor.
Yeah, because another problem I'm having is I'm not used to. I thought by this episode I can't get used to this turning the other cheek Boba Titan in kind, because he was always the most ruthless bounty hunter in the galaxy. So I'm kind of struggling with him being it's funny. I just want to see him just start killing people to make a point, but. So I don't know about you, but I feel...
Well, as I said, I don't know Boba Fett other than the 6 minutes I've seen in Empire and Jedi.
Yeah. Well, the story in the comics, the story lives on. He's like I said, he's one of the ruthless bounty most feared.
So for me, I have no idea of that. So to me, I'm just kind of taking all this in as what I know.
Well, like he said, he wants to rule by respect, not fear, but you got to put fear in people first to have them respect.
Well, considering he's got to sleep in a healing tank every night, makes me guess he's not quite...
And sometimes during the day, too, depending on what he's done, right?
So it makes me feel like he's not 100% of that ruthlessness that he lived by before going into the Sarlacc pit, right? Like, he's gotten tough and whatnot, but there's still a gap from the Tusken Raiders when he was... when he found out, after they all died and he was made part of the tribe and all that sort of shit.
Murdered, yeah.
Murdered, yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, they were murdered. So there's still a gap there before The Mandalorian. Well, no, The Mandalorian already passed. So.
Yeah, no, it's
well, we don't until
now,
there's
now
still a gap. There's still a gap until we see him in The Mandalorian. So we don't know if he is 100%. Is he hanging on by a thread? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well, right now, I mean, obviously, like he got his armor in The Mandalorian. So at this point, yes, when he's wearing his armor,
yeah. Well, I just meant like from the point where we see him burning the last of the Tuskens and moving on to when we find him in The Mandalorian, when there's still a gap of we don't know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been through a lot of shit with the Tuskens, but looks like he's gotten stronger and been able to fight off. But maybe somewhere between then and when they find him in Mando, he's had a little something happen that he's not 100%. Again, like you said, he's got to sleep in the bacta tank all the time, you know. And when every time he goes out, he seems to have the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Now, okay, when you have a 7-foot Wookiee throwing you around, okay, I get it. There's that's an excuse. You know?
Yeah, and it's kind of bothering me. Like, I'm struggling to figure, like, no matter, even if you comb through the credits like I did, for some reason, Disney Plus is not saying who's in the Wookiee costume. Like, why is this such a big deal? There's people guessing, there's a 6'7" guy who also does prosthetics and special effects. They're thinking it's that guy, but why would you not just say who's in the damn car?
Well, maybe because it's someone big and they don't want him to know until the last minute.
Well, yeah, but it's like I said, you didn't know Frank Trigg was a Gamorrean until I told you. So to me, it's the same thing. I mean, we all know the two Chewbaccas. There's only two.
Hey, that one was almost turned into bacon, man.
Peter Mayhew and Jonas, the other guy who did him in the later movies. But we all know. So why is it such a big deal that it's top secret who's in the Wookiee? I mean, I know it's meaningless. but I need to know.
Well, maybe it's not about what you need.
But come on, you tell me who voiced the droid, DD8, and you won't tell me this.
Well, that Gamorrean guard almost became bacon.
Yeah, well, that's true, yeah. But, it took quite a few, how many people just to wound him, 7, 8? I mean... But
man, I like how that the kids didn't back down, though.
Yeah. Oh, no, they went hard at him, but now that he let him go, I'm hoping there's a team up,
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I almost thought that he was going to stay and I'm staying with you,
Yeah.
You defeated me. Mongo loved Bart,
Well, the amount of posters and pictures of these two fighting side by side and action figure dioramas that are going to be made, I mean,
I
Jesus,
know.
That happens.
Yeah, like I said, like right out of Blazing Saddles. Mongo, respect Bart. Kristen, respect Boba. So I mean, I'm hoping. Now, like the twins backing off and they say, oh, it's the Pikes. So I'm like,
well, yeah, now the Pikes, you saw how many people they brought. So, like, okay, he's clearly outnumbered Boba again. So I don't know what the hell.
Maybe now he tries to go to the Tuskens that are left.
Yeah. If
not his tribe, but the other tribes. Because I'm pretty sure they've probably communicated with other tribes.
Yeah. The Dune Sea is pretty vast. So there's probably more out there.
Like, he walks into Mos Espa with like 1,000 Tuskens.
Yeah. All kind of lined up like the Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
Who by the way, we saw, like in The Mandalorian, we saw them putting the heads of the helmets of the stormtroopers on pikes. Right?
Yeah.
So that was right out of The Mandalorian season 1.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be interesting.
Speaking of interesting, my dear friend, Peacemaker. Now, let me just say one thing before you jump in, okay? So, as you know, on streaming, when you're looking at a show, you always have that skip intro. Just as I'm about to hit skip intro on Peacemaker, I see some choreography, and I'm like, hold up, what the hell am I watching? For those 3 episodes, I did not skip the intro. I'm still amazed and at this thing, this opening. I don't know if you like it and the whole.
See that opening made me want to hit skip intro.
Oh, okay. No, it totally got me. I don't know why. And And sure enough, I read James Gunn said, I quote, "I wanted to vanquish the skip intro button because he wanted to make an intro that no one would skip." So for me personally, and millions of others, I can tell already, other than you, are not skipping it because they even got Robert Patrick in there doing the hip thrust. For God's sakes, I mean Robert Patrick.
You see, for me, when I see characters that are choreographically dancing, that makes me uncomfortable. Mind you,
this was really bad, well, intentionally bad choreography. I don't even understand the moves they were doing.
Like I had to grit to watch the whole end credit of Hawkeye with the
that
Rogers
was horrible.
The musical.
No, that was horrible. But this at least this intro's funny. This is funny.
Come on,
Eagly showing up at the end.
I sat there and I was just like, no, I don't need this. No.
Okay, but let me ask you this: was not that first episode better than the entire last Suicide Squad movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. No, I watched all 3 episodes.
Yeah. Well, John Cena's doing this completely over the top. I think the series should have came before the movie at least, because I'm totally in with this series. It's so outlandish. The shit John Cena says and does.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I can't get enough. We're gonna be skipping ahead of 1, 2, and 3, but when he just casually drops, when he's banging the she bitch that she came 4 times, she's like, "Why are you saying that?" "Oh, I thought it was pertinent." No, it's not pertinent. She came 4 times.
The fact that they showed that, that dropped my jaw. I went, "Oh my God!" They went for it. Holy shit!
Time, and he's back, and he's like living in his tighty whities like a steroid Tom Cruise. I mean, good Lord.
That was episode 2, right?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, we're going to be jumping back and forth.
The tighty whitey singing to hairband rock into a vibrator.
Yes, the vibrator. Yeah.
Oscar right there. Set up the Golden Globes. Give him the SAG Awards. Come on.
Oh my God!
The Rock has not gone that far.
I'm skipping ahead again, but Vigilante, when they took off Vigilante's mask and he was contorting his face, I'm like, what the fuck is he? What actor's choice did he do? And then he explains it. I'm like, oh my God, this is genius. Nobody has ever done that. I'm changing my face so they won't recognize me from a lineup. Oh my God, this guy is so fucking funny.
Yeah, no, this is meant to be over the top, but it's over the top in such a delicious way.
Oh my God, yes, please, more.
From the eagle hugging him,
Yes, and what the hell? Who's his father, for God's sakes? Is his father part of the comics? I mean, they're all kneeling down.
I couldn't find it. I did a search because, like I said, I'm not a big Peacemaker.
And look at the tech that he had in his whatever that closet that opened up into a cavernous
sonic boom.
Yeah.
This just splatters the she bitch.
Oh yeah. And a couple of cars,
and everything.
Protects the wearer, obviously. But
and he's running around in the helmet without his clothes on.
Robert Patrick, knocked it out of the park. Couldn't stop calling him a pussy. I mean, the guy's a stone cold killer. I mean, what the hell did you? Is he not tough enough, John Cena, for you? I mean, come on, man.
No, but that's the whole point, right? Is that he's never good enough in front of his father, so he tries so much harder. In real life.
Okay, but it's a good thing his father didn't see him order the salad and the zoodles.
No. What
Zoodles.
the fuck is that?
Yeah, zoodles.
Like how much like shit does Robert Patrick look in this thing? And then find out he's a white dragon of the KKK.
Yeah. Oh, is that what they?
Yes.
Okay. Because there was one guy not kneeling, but he was watching, but still, the whole army.
Well, that's the whole thing. He was always being accused of being racist, right? So it's like.
Well, I thought it was more of a different title. I didn't know. I mean, I knew it was something obviously white supremacist.
Oh, there was like a grand. I think it's like a grand dragon or one, but they're calling him a white dragon.
No, I thought it was a made up thing. I didn't catch that. I mean, I knew it was bad, but I thought it was something else.
Yeah.
But,
just the way they're kneeling and saluting,
where he gets all that tech and So you just can't explain all that tech that he has access to. Like, was he part of the government before? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, speaking of, Waller's got a daughter. I mean, she's an actress from, of course, Orange is the New Black. But I'm kind of confused about the daughter. She's apparently good at some things, but what is she good at? She can't drive a getaway car for shit. She can't kill people. So I'm really curious to see what her skill is. Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
I had no idea Amanda Waller had a daughter.
Yeah.
So you got to think she's kind of she's as fucked up as Peacemaker, because with Waller as her mother and Peacemaker with his father, the two of them both got to agree that parents are fucked up.
Yeah, I think during the show they're gonna have you can tell they're starting their bond, so they're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna be like besties.
What does he say about scissoring? Is scissoring real or something? Is that a thing?
Vigilante. We're BFFs. 91 messages from Vigilante. Hey, where are you? I was in prison.
Yeah. Oh my God, that guy's hilarious. Apparently he was replaced. That's Freddie Stroma, but there was another a Vigilante before him who filmed like 4 episodes, but creative differences, and they had to bring in this guy. Yeah, so thank God this guy came in.
Oh my God. I mean, yeah, they're hoaxing quite a bit. Because, I mean, Vigilante actually in the comics was like a serious character. But this they're kind of, they're kind of dumbing him down to
well, still like he killed the kid without any remorse,
Oh, no. He's good at what he's doing. But, I mean, the personality and the character is a little bit more on the over-the-top side versus what he is in the comic books. And
not only that, they canonized goddamn Batmite in this show. Even I know who Batmite is, and they just canonized him. I'm like, oh, it's this type of show? Okay. And Jennifer Holland is Amelia Harcourt. Now, it has to be said, and there's nothing to take away from her. I think she's fantastic. I'm just wondering why I never saw her before, but she's actually been going out with James Gunn since 2015, Mm-hmm. But I didn't recall ever seeing her in anything, but I think she's great as the role she's doing and what she did in the movie, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And Diebeard, too. Diebeard. Was taken from the movie.
Well, I mean, all of the support characters were from the movie. Yeah. They were all in there. It's just now they're like Peacemaker support because Amanda Waller's pissed at them for fucking up their Suicide Squad mission.
Yeah, and my God, Judo Master. I mean, holy Lord. I mean, he's also in the intro, but still. But he.
I know. I saw the intro entirely.
Did he take like? He was using flaming Cheetos as weapons.
What are they putting that?
Yeah.
No, it's like they're torturing vigilantes. Like, you're never going to make me talk.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Not realizing that Peacemaker doesn't give a shit about vigilantes.
Exactly. He's not being tortured either, Do your worst. Like, hey! Oh, my God, in his toe. And John Peacemaker's like almost throwing up. Like, because the guy's blades aren't. He goes, your blades aren't sharp.
You only cut halfway through.
Yeah. If you lose your pinky toe, you fall down. I read that on the internet.
Or just the cables to his balls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. And then with the fucking threesome at the end, it was episode 2. They're in bed with the wife. Yes, oh, my God. And he's still got the helmet on.
Oh, my God.
I thought it was going to be like a cuckold type of thing when they were slowly panning, but no, it's freaking Vigilante with the fucking helmet. Like, you had to know that was coming. Like, you had to know Peacemaker was going to hook up with her. Yeah, I know I did, but I didn't think Vigilante was
going to No, the threesome? No, that is totally...
I'd like to have seen that conversation. Yeah, I'm going to bang this chick. You want to come? Something, anything, but holy crap. I did like the surprise.
No, that would have been like they coming across each other in a bar and all of a sudden, where are you guys going?
Oh, Lord. Too much fun.
I've been collecting appliances. Really?
Yeah. I'm just seeing now that we probably should have ended on Peacemaker, not the Eternals, but the party, this Peacemaker party is going to have to come to an end.
Hey, we got more. We got how many more episodes of Peacemaker?
No. I'm just saying episode wise, I should have ended on the Peacemaker.
Oh yeah, well,
but whatever. let's jump into the Eternals, and we look forward to more Peacemaker episodes for sure. Big thumbs up for me. So definitely
big
keep
time.
watching.
Big time.
All right, Eternals, directed by Chloe Zao on Disney Plus. I'm just gonna say yikes. So it was a Jack Kirby property I never read at all, so I had very low expectations. Didn't know anything about it. Didn't want to. But if I'm comparing that to James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy, the first movie, which I also didn't know anything about and was really critical of, Talking Tree, that movie pulled it off in spades for me.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. However, Eternals I did not, and I don't even know where to begin. I know you didn't like it, right?
I understand where they were going, why they were doing, that kind of thing. But like you, I wasn't a big Eternals reader, so they were kind of lost to me in that sense. I could see how they were tying it in with Thanos, because Thanos is an Eternal, although that was never really mentioned in the movies.
Well, fast forward. One of the end credits scenes shows his brother Eros, which I didn't know Thanos had a brother either, and the fact it was played by Harry Styles was a mistake too. But whatever, Star Fox. But
no, that aside, I had read about it before, so before I saw the end credit. But
The only thing I liked was it's good to see Robb Stark and Jon Snow together. But if that's my only takeaway from the movie, then of course now. Well, let me ask you: they've mentioned Batman and Superman, which is odd in a Marvel movie. So does that mean that exists, or they were just really talking about the Superman comic or Superman movie?
My guess is the comics. My guess is the comics. Okay. No, but there was so much they could have done with it. Like, I liked the introduction of Dane Whitman.
Well, that's what I was waiting for. I thought we were going to get the Black Knight, and we didn't. So
we got a hint of the Black Knight in the end credits.
Did you know who that voice was?
Oh, of course. Everybody knows. Hey, motherfucker! Do you know who the fucking
No. Only
that was Samuel L. Jackson. Come on.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, do you know who that was? You know that voice talking to Dane Whitman. You know who that was?
Who?
That was Blade. That's the actor Mahershala Ali who's playing Blade.
Was it?
Yes, that's the movie I wanted to see.
Oh.
Well, I actually wanted to see him turn into the Black Knight, but I guess we got to wait for the second movie. So now we have to watch another movie. But no, that's Blade. The director confirmed that.
It sounded like Samuel L. Jackson to me.
No.
Shit.
That's the only thing I got spoiled was when that movie hit the theaters. I read the wrong article and it popped out, but I thought we would at least see more of, or I get to see once the Black Knight. We didn't, so
yeah. No, for me, the Eternals, like, it had some moments that were like, okay, I liked it. The whole.
What? I didn't like any. There wasn't one thing I liked, not one character. So what did you like? What scene?
I liked some of the characters. I liked Cersei and the interactions with Sprite and all that.
Did you notice Cersei was in another Marvel movie?
Who was she? What was she in?
Well, Gemma Chan. Gemma Chan was in Captain Marvel. She played Minerva. She was one of Jude Law's henchmen there, Minerva.
Oh, well. If she was in makeup or whatnot, I wouldn't have noticed.
No. She looks the same. She might have been a little greenish hue, but
yeah. Well, that was how many years ago? And I watched it once.
I'm just saying. Like, she thought she wouldn't get the Cersei part because she was already in Captain Marvel. They said, no, we want you as Cersei, So but I'm just saying, I like when actors like Affleck played Daredevil and he played that. I like actors that play dual,
I liked the whole fighting scenes and whatnot.
No, I didn't.
But the overall story, okay, the dysfunctional family thing, okay, fine, I get it. But like, it had so many bits and pieces, but it wasn't really woven together coherently for me enough.
Well, the whole thing about it not interfering was just a lame excuse.
Well, I could see what they were doing, like trying to this is where human mythology comes from.
No, but I'm talking about this whole, they wrote themselves in a corner. You have how many years now of Marvel movie? 15 years, and now you want to introduce another one. You just say, oh, we were told not to interfere. So it's just a poor storytelling technique.
I think the whole thing was weak storytelling, but there's a few sequences that I liked. The fact that the Earth,
like what?
The Earth was, the incubator for Celestial. That was interesting. Didn't see that one coming.
Did you watch the deleted scene I sent you, which explained a bit like how the deviants were actually dinosaurs? Did you watch it?
Yeah. I saw that. Saw that. So I mean, overall, no, it's not a great movie at all.
It's your least favorite Marvel movie, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Which one didn't I like?
Makari? Oh no, you're talking about Marvel movies.
Movies, yeah. Well, I mean,
no. I mean, no. I think this would be the last one on my list. I would say.
For sure. I mean, this Thor: Dark World comes before this one.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I mean,
had meow.
They had something, but I don't think they didn't bake the bread properly. Shall we say? They could have done something very interesting with this.
They should have introduced someone else. They should have introduced another Marvel character, at least that we.
Oh, they should. Yeah, they should have interconnected a little bit. But I mean, but the mistakes of some of the like Icarus flying into the sun, like Icarus flew too close to the sun.
Well, do you want to know or do you not want to know?
What?
Well, he might not be dead.
Well, I didn't think he was going to be. I figured that was a portal to somewhere else.
Mostly did. No, he was dead until the sister of the stuntman who works for Richard Madden blew it on Instagram, then quickly took down her post. She said, "Oh, my brother, he's the stuntman for Richard Madden, and he's working." So, of course, Marvel took down the post. So
quite a few.
He probably swerved at the last second.
A few of these characters have gone on in the Marvel universe. Some of them were Avengers, like Cersei and Gilgamesh. Okay, they were Avengers at a certain point in time. So, Gilgamesh died. They killing him off. I was like, really?
Didn't he look like a younger, buffer brother of
Benedict Wong?
Yeah, did he though?
Yeah, no, I saw that right away.
No, I know
Benedict Wong put on some meat.
Yeah, Gilgamesh is
he
Korean
beefed up.
And Gilgamesh, Ma Dong-seok is Korean and Wong is Chinese, I know, but I'm just saying they did look similar.
Oh yeah, they did. They did for sure. No,
and I thought that Kumail Nanjiani's Kingo, I'm glad that he transferred, because you don't know this guy. He was a skinny comedian from Silicon Valley. He totally buffed. I appreciate that, but it seemed that all his powers focused on his two tiny fingers. That was kind of really? Could you just get him more of a power ball there?
Well, he did have a power ball kind of thing. He used a few things and then he'd build one up and then throw it.
He was using mostly the finger guns to shoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that went with his personality.
Yeah, I know, but you should have gave him more.
See, for me, I liked the interpersonal dysfunctional family kind of thing that was happening. That was kind of interesting. Learning that they keep getting their minds wiped and going on to new planets. Okay, that's kind of a interesting, devious twist.
Yeah, they're like Star Wars droids, sure.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
When it's
but to see Thena kind of having all that recall and getting, going postal on everybody. And I mean, who doesn't want to see Angelina Jolie fight, right?
Yeah, still got it.
Yeah, for sure. Icarus could have been a little bit more.
Basically, Superman without the cape, right?
Yeah, but you know what? He was very two-dimensional. He was very flat. He didn't really step off the screen. Now, in the end, you realize he's a prick of all pricks, right?
Yeah.
Because he can't defy the Celestials, and he's got to make sure that the Earth dies. And Sprite just being in love and not being, the child that couldn't grow up.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Well, I mean, they said
Tinkerbell, whatever. Yeah,
they said they were kind of going off. Kingo was a little annoying, but then the Bollywood thing, I'm not a big fan of that kind of stuff anyway. So,
no, I prefer him as like on Silicon Valley. That was his role, but
to have those little family squabble kind of things. Okay, that kind of interests me, because for me that kind of grounds the characters, because it's not just about the characters in costume, but they have their own personal shit baggage that they got to carry. So delving into that kind of stuff kind of said, okay, it's enough for me to keep watching. Overall, it's not the greatest movie in the world. I mean, visually it was fantastic. They did a phenomenal job visually of capturing all this, but they didn't have enough story to bring it all together.
No, and I'm glad Lauren Ridloff, the deaf actress who played Makari, who is actually deaf, like she's on, I know you don't watch it, but she's on The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead wrote her out for an entire season so she could do this movie, which is virtually unheard of, because they knew it was a good opportunity, because this is the first time we see a deaf superhero. So I'm glad.
And she played that really well, especially I like the action scenes, like her speed scenes were better than the Flash's.
Yeah, and she's badass in Walking Dead. Don't forget, in Walking Dead, you survive by your ears, and she can't hear shit, and she's still alive in the apocalypse. You know what I mean? So she's as badass on the show. But I'm glad that there is a deaf superhero. Because
absolutely.
But I like her because I know her from The Walking Dead. Yeah. And I didn't mind Druig. I'd rather see more of that guy, Barry Keoghan, the Irish actor. I mean,
yeah. No, like I said, each one of them had something. But it was just it's like smoke, you're grabbing at air. It wasn't being brought together cohesively.
No, I think like I said, the Guardians of the Galaxy pulled it off, but I don't think this one.
Well, that's just it. Like the Guardians, with the Guardians, they also had interesting personalities and whatnot, but their flaws and everything is what kind of brought them all together. And you kind of really enjoyed that. Where they were missing a cohesive element. At least that's what I think. I think they were definitely missing that cohesive element. And it kind of.
Well, and it was also missing Black Knight. I think they made a huge mistake. They should have brought him in sooner.
Like, I think it would have been interesting. Okay, because Cersei didn't know about Black Knight, right? Doesn't know about all that.
She kind of did. Don't forget, she gave him the ring, that old ring of his family crest, so she knows his history. She might not know that when he touches a sword, he's going to turn into, but there was an opportunity. You could have brought him in the last quarter of the movie. You know what I mean?
No, but they could have brought him in right at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I would have liked that more
when the Deviant attacked and whatnot. And she's trying to hide her powers from him, but then he pulls out a sword and turns into the Black Knight. And how'd this happen? What?
Yeah, it was a waste of Kit Harington.
Yeah, it was.
Sure, we got the intro between him and his brother, former brother, but still, it wasn't. He disappears for whole half of the movie.
There was like I said, there was much they probably could have done. They could have cemented it a little bit more into the Marvel universe. I think that would have been a little bit. I mean, they talked enough about it, but there was no stepping into it, there could have been something. I don't know. I'm not a Marvel filmmaker, and like I said, the Eternals are not my forte. You let me loose on the X-Men, I'll give you something to write home about. But Eternals, not my area of expertise. So.
Yeah. I don't like putting a movie down. I'll just say it wasn't for me. That's
just a straightforward meh. You know, you know what? I may watch it again just to see if I missed anything. Was there something? Could there? What would have been that cohesive thread that would have tied it all together? But yeah, no, it's done and done.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure everybody else thinks that same way too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it still made money. I think it cost $200 million. It still made $400 million. You know, I mean, it's still. So I'm sure there'll be a. Hopefully, we'll get it. You know, and I only watch it to see the Black Knight. Obviously, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got to season it with something else. So it can't just be Eternals anymore. It has to be the Eternals. It has to be with a, you know, like you said, a Black Knight. Blade is somewhere in there.
Yep.
I think they have to weave it into something else in order to give it a crutch to stand on, because it wasn't standing up too much on its own. You know, because I mean, who writes that? You know, we just survived devastation, and who writes? Okay, but that was all for nothing because we're just going to destroy the world anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
yeah, we're going to help them along in their technology, cotton gins and whatnot, but yeah,
only
we're going to kill
them
you.
Off.
Yeah, we're going to kill you anyway. So,
so yeah, no, I think in that instance, it's like, really, a little too soon, don't you think?
Yep.
Celestial's going to pop out of the earth and just destroy it. What? Yo, Thanos, did you see this coming? You know, like...
Yeah, Eros, Harry Styles, I don't know. That just made it worse for me.
Well, Star Fox is supposed to be like a very suave and...
I know, but, you know, it would... no.
I liked Pip.
Pip, that was
Pip
Patton
the Troll.
Patton Oswalt.
Burb.
I was hoping that was Puck from Alpha Flight, but again, I got, you know, that would have been cool. Okay.
Yeah, but Puck from Alpha Flight wouldn't have been with any of the Eternals.
No, I know, but when you've been like, it's Puck from Alpha Flight, sure you would have, like everyone.
You see, they're not gonna introduce Puck before Wolverine gets to the MCU.
Yes, but you would have liked it, wouldn't you? You would have been like, holy crap, it's Puck.
No, I would have said, what the fuck's Puck doing there?
Hey, well, I kept saying the whole, what the fuck's this movie? So, you know, that would have been something to grasp on. Not only that, you give me a disembodied, you don't even show me Blade, and then you don't even show me Black Knight. So, yeah, I would have liked to have seen Puck, just for fuck's sakes, you know?
I want to see Alpha Flight just because, hey, Canadian.
Yes. Alpha Flight shows up at the end. That's an end credit scene. What the fuck's going on?
Actually,
you know?
Because they were in London, that would have been interesting if Excalibur showed up.
Yes.
Captain
Wasted
Britain.
moments. Yes.
Henry Cavill as Captain Britain.
Yes. Bring down the house.
Oh, that would have. Oh my God, people would have lost it.
Secret.
See, I just wrote a better movie.
Years. Yes.
Just by introducing one character with a certain actor at one end scene.
Yep.
Would have
Boom.
broken the internet.
Yep. Would have totally changed your outlook on the movie too.
But can we go with do you think a blonde Henry Cavill would work?
Yeah, I think
the Snowy White Witcher thing works because
he's got a face chiseled out of granite like the statue of David. It does. Yeah, it really doesn't matter what color hair he is. He's got a face we all wish we had. So yeah, you know, I don't think shock blonde, maybe a strawberry blonde, you know, but
yeah. Well,
but hell, you could still write him in with his regular hair. I mean, you could always change that if you wanted to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Braddock was always a blonde, so
yeah, no, I know, but
I mean, if you did that, and you kind of sprinkled it with a little bit of Nightcrawler and Kitty Pryde visiting Dane Whitman in an end credit. Oh my God, that would have been Guten Tag, Herr Whitman. We got something to talk to you about. We are Excalibur.
Yeah, we don't want money, Kevin Feige. Just write down these ideas, okay?
Yeah, no kidding.
we just want the credit, no money.
We wrote a better movie, and introduces mutants, introduces X-Men, Excalibur, and just kind of like throws the world onto its ear. Yeah. I'm sure our listeners.
Feige.
I'm sure our listeners would just are all going to go yes when they hear this. At least I know one will.
Yeah, here.
All right, sir.
All right,
Do
let's
we have
wrap
any
her up.
news?
No news, sir. Nothing major came out except for what we talked about, really. And,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did have a couple more passings.
Yeah.
You know, Sidney Poitier.
Yep.
This
Who's
is
coming to dinner and Lilies of the Field and
Heat of the Night.
Yeah, Heat of the Night.
Actually,
with Love.
One of my favorite movies with him was Shoot to Kill with Tom Berenger and Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
I loved Clancy Brown in that movie, and in turn loved Sidney Poitier in that movie, and his back and forth with Tom Berenger was fantastic in that movie. It's just one of those underrated movies that no one ever talks about, but once you see it, goes, "Oh, that was so good."
Yep. Yeah.
You know,
those classic, late '80s movies.
Yeah, and one that nobody saw coming, Bob Saget.
Yeah. 65, died in his sleep. You know, I mean, I know he had a bit of the COVID before, and actually, I downloaded his last podcast. He interviewed BJ Novak, not knowing I was listening to the last one. You know.
No.
But he passed away in his sleep, and the outpouring of love from everyone.
Oh yeah, it's been huge.
How he was the nicest guy, the most kindest guy. And
like, people are leaving tributes at the Full House in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Nothing was ever filmed there. That was just the house they used for the credits.
Exterior, yeah.
You know, and like, wow. You know, I mean, everyone, when Betty White passed away, everybody was upset, but there was like, no, they wanted her to get to 100, but I mean,
yeah, I mean, she lived a good life.
She lived a fantastic life, right?
For Betty White, and you know, but Bob Saget at 65 when seemingly everything else was fine. No, I mean, yeah, that's too soon for sure. And
I mean, like you said, like everybody loved him. You know, like he was like that much of I watched a Jimmy Kimmel him talk about it.
He broke down on stage.
Yeah, and I was like, that hit me. That hit me, and like, oh wow, you know. So it was truly a really nice person that.
Well, that's what I said. I said this to other people. There should be a day where you like honor people who are still alive, because you know they don't really know. It's sad that you get this outpouring of love when they're gone. I think they should just pick a day, like, okay, we're gonna honor Tom Cruise today. You know, like,
yeah, or
give him his accolades,
someone that does a lot for other people. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So if you know someone nice and kind who's always, you know, then pick a day and honor them, because
exactly. I agree.
Can never hear this, you know, they're always gone and it's too late. You know, you think you're always going to get a second chance to say how much this person means to me, but you don't. You know,
if there's somebody out there that you love and respect and you think that, you know, deserves to be recognized for something, then go ahead and recognize them. You know, and it doesn't have to be family. It doesn't have to be thing. But, you know, when you see somebody that that will honestly tell someone, you know, hey, I love you, man. You know, like, and it would always be there for you, or is always there for other people, then yeah, give them a nod, because, you know, let them know before they're gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway. Bit of a sad note, bit of a downer on the last movie, but hey, we got more Peacemaker next week, so.
Yeah, more Peacemaker, more Book of Boba Fett, and we'll probably have a movie review of the Poitier.
Any other thing coming up? Anything else? What's next to be released?
Movie-wise or
movies, TV, whatever. What are we looking forward to?
Well, in February we got Jack Reacher, you know, on Amazon. Beginning of February. Movie-wise, not much movie-wise. We're probably two of the only idiots who haven't seen Spider-Man. Is driving me crazy, only because Quebec, you know, closed movie theaters. So, and it's not.
But hey, we're opening schools, but we can't open theaters.
Yeah. So that's the only thing we haven't. That's why you don't have a review yet, listeners, is because we don't want to watch a crappy camcorder copy. So sue us. But
Yeah.
I've already got the whole movie spoiled for me. But whatever, I still want to talk about it until I actually see it. So, but yeah.
Absolutely. All right, gang. Well, you could find us on social media. Search YouTube for Butcher Bay Rejects to see our animated version of our podcast, because our animated versions are much more fun than our realistic versions. Our real people.
Yes.
You can find us on Twitter at Bay Rejects, on Facebook at Butcher Bay Rejects, on TikTok at Butcher Bay Rejects, and our website, butcherbayrejects.com. And you can find us on all your podcast platforms: Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Alexa, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Pandora, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. This has been Butcher Bay Rejects, week 53. So, excuse me, I fucked that up.
That's okay.
I thought I had a nice line in and I screwed it up.
You're gonna start coming to rehearsal again.
This has been Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. See you next week, nerds.
Have a good one. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.